like to talk about rhythmic aspects of American music, um, jazz, blues, rhythm and blues, rock and roll, country music, all these different, hip hop, all these different styles have certain things in common. One of the things that all American music that isn't that isn't say classical American music, which is usually trying to sound like European music, but if it's American music, it almost always has what we call a backbeat. So most music is in what we call 4/4 or common time. I mean, that's why it's called common because it's so common. And so the music would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. What we're doing with the backbeat is we're accenting the second and the fourth beats. So, and I'm going to clap on those beats. So I would clap 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. If you listen to it, listen for it, you'll hear that in everything. In jazz, although sometimes jazz musicians try to disguise that, but there's plenty of jazz that has a prominent backbeat. But it's so obvious in lots of rock and roll, in lots of hip hop, and lots of country music as well. That backbeat is a crucial idea. And let me just show you something that I think. So why is the 2 and 4? Why does it need that emphasis? If I was clapping on 1 and 3, I'd be going 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and many people clap like that. But if you're in the know, if you're familiar with American culture, you're going to be counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4. Notice how my hands are doing something different there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. It's kind of like a hammer banging down on something. But if I'm clapping on 2 and 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, it's like I'm bouncing the beat up in the air. So it literally has a lighter, more bouncy feeling if you're accenting 2 and 4, if you're accenting the backbeat. Another aspect of certainly of jazz, blues, lots of early rock and roll for sure, is what we call a swing feeling. So a swing feeling is the idea that if I counted 4 beats for you, if I divide each of those beats in half, like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and I now have what we call eighth notes, and that's how eighth notes are counted. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. So those are even eighth notes. Swing eighth notes are uneven, where the first eighth note is longer than the second eighth note. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 3 and 4. That's really crucial to giving a swing feeling, is having those uneven eighth notes, where, and again, it facilitates sort of a bounciness, a slipperiness, to the music, combined with that accented backbeats. If you have the strong backbeat along with swinging eighth notes, you're going to have music that sounds like jazz, or this sounds like a lot of rhythm and blues, or a lot of rock and roll, because you have those swinging or skipping. I like the word skipping eighth notes. These are 2 of the most common rhythmic characteristics of American music. I want to add one other rhythm. So, well, I don't know. We could all do this, right? We could clap 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4. Combining those 2 rhythms gives you that very solid, and I have to say very American sound to the music. I'm going to now talk about one other rhythm that came from a musical written by James P. Johnson. back in the teens, oh God, over 100 years ago. It was from a musical he wrote called Charleston Babies, and he wrote a song called the Charleston. Anyway, I'm not going to play the whole song for you, but that rhythm, bum, 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 that rhythm, we have the first note is actually falling on the beats, and the second clap is happening on the end of a beat. And specifically, it goes like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and 1, 2 and 3 and 4, and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. If you listen for this rhythm, you're going to hear it over and over again in lots of American music. So I was there, I was playing the Charleston rhythm. I was using swinging 8 notes, and I was actually also playing just the pentatonic scale. So I'm saying that this is a way to combine all these things. It's simple ingredients if you look at each one individually, but when you put them all together, you end up again with some of the basics of what American music is all about. And that is great rhythms for you to study, to work on, for you musicians to practice.